So you're going through your gear, you're getting stuff set up just for more ease of use. You're making it more convenient for you while you're out there, depending on how you organize things. And one of the things that you can be doing is taking your T60, maybe it's brand new, or maybe you've used it before, the best emergency shelter on the market, by the way, and you can do some things to this to make it more user-friendly, even more user-friendly, because these things are super simple. So that's what we're gonna dig into right now. So the T60 was designed really to be used in a lean-to configuration. That's tied off to two trees, staked out in the back with that nice angle. But one thing that I found myself using it quite often was in a plow point. Now, it's not the most efficient in a plow point, but it's easy during the summer when a quick rainstorm's coming through to put a plow point up one tree wherever you're at and then just stake out the sides. But when you do that, of course, one of the corners is gonna have tie outs. It's not gonna have the ribbon loop like the other one. So two ribbon loops will be down, one tie out will be on a tree, and then the other tie out is going to be just laying there on the ground. So you got to figure out how to do that. So what I do before I even hit the trail or hit the woods is I prep this. So what I'll do on the tie out ends, so I have my long tie out ropes here, is I just put an overhand knot about a ½ an inch to an inch away from the sewn point. So I just put this here, bring this in. It doesn't have to be huge, just like this. And now what that does is that creates a loop right here. Okay, so when I tie this up, now if I still use a lean-to configuration, there's a little bit of extra rope there. It doesn't hurt anything. But if I'm gonna use this in a plow point and this edge hits the ground, now I created a loop to stake out. So I'm gonna do that on both of these, and then I'm gonna just forget about it because the tarp is prepped and ready to go for when I need it in that configuration. And that way I'm not twisting and turning, figuring out what tie out side needs to go to the ground as that third point in a plow point. It's just there and easy and ready to go. So this quick modification is something I do with a lot of my shelters just to make it easier if I decide to go with that setup. The other thing that I like to do also, which we talk about a lot in our classes, is when we load this back up into the pouch, the built-in pouch, we want to make sure that it can deploy very easily, okay? You can take as long as you need putting it away, but when you need it, it needs to be fast and efficient going up. So what I tell people is this: the whole thing's out, you're going to find the bag that's built in, and the bag is going to be near one of the tie outs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that tie out, and I usually just wrap it around my hand like this, making sure there's no knots or anything in it. I stick that towards the bottom of the bag, like that. And then I just start to load the bag up. So now one of the tie outs is totally buried in the bag, and it's less string or anything that can get tangled up when setting it up in the future. So I'll do that, and I'm going to work on keeping the other tie out till the very end. So like in this case, this tie out's getting real close to the bag. I'll just grab a different section of material and jam it in there and work that the last thing hanging out is lined. So at this point, even if I flip the lid over, which I'm gonna do, all that I have is one of the tie out lines. So when I tie this up in a plow point or lean-to configuration, it's right here ready to go. Now we don't want this in our bag. So what I do here is I go close to the bag. Now again, if I pull this, you can see there's the shelter starting to deploy. I'll take this, I just wrap it again around my fingers. Okay, I haven't found that there's any kind of special wrap method you need for this because you're dealing with two lines. So I wrap this around, again, leaving the tail ends sticking out, and then I just tuck these into the upper lid. I just tuck it up inside like that. I personally let these two ends hang out. I haven't had many issues with this getting caught on other gear or anything. If it's something you're worried about, by all means you could tuck that up inside, but having this hang out makes it really efficient. So when I pull this out of my kit and I need to set this thing up, I just pull these and that pops free. Now I don't even take the rest out of my bag. I just start tying this off to the tree. I have no tangled mess and just my lines, and I'm good to go. So two quick tips for everybody. You can get your stuff prepped out. You can make it more efficient for you when you're using it. and make life a little bit easier when you're in the woods. So if you haven't checked out one of these T60s, the link is in the description below. Coalcrackerbushcraft.com, all the cool gear, blog, all our classes, all that good stuff. So hit that, check it out, and then also hit like and subscribe down below. And then until the next video, stay in the woods.